Right. In class, we watched this cute little video where the little cardiologists are showing us the sinus rhythm. A sinus rhythm is anything that gives us an electric picture of what your heart is doing. So I shared that link in the PowerPoint that I posted, so you can watch that. It's pretty interesting, kind of silly to see serious doctors doing their thing, being silly. You picked up this document, and you can see some different EKGs. So let's take a look at this one. All right, this is a normal EKG, plain old normal EKG. You can see right here, that's your atria doing its thing. Right here, here's your ventricle doing its thing. Atria, ventricle, resetting, rest. Atria, ventricle, resetting, rest. Atria, ventricle, resetting, rest. Nice and normal. Remember, time goes this way. So you'll see that these are equally spaced apart. Now, this right here, what do you see? Boom, 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 boom. The waves are really close together. This indicates tachycardia. Okay. This means fast or too fast. And we know it's too fast because as time is going, we've basically got 2 heartbeats happening in the space of when 1 happens normally. All right, this model here, what do you notice about the space between them? They're pretty much equally spaced, but what do you see? It's really slow, and the name for having a slow heartbeat is bradycardia. No, and that is too slow. Now, yes, if you run, your heartbeat should get faster, but you shouldn't just be sitting there doing nothing with your heart beating really, really fast. Yes, when you sleep, when you sit there and do nothing, your heartbeat is going to slow down, but it shouldn't be abnormally slow. Right, if you'll turn your page over, and you'll see these images. This image, what do you notice? You should notice that that's your QRS. What's happening here? What's happening here? What's happening here? The atria is freaking out. Atria is goofing off. And we would call this atrial flutter. It's doing its thing, atria. Finally, the ventricles do their thing. Atria is kind of being effective, but not so much. And as I understand it, flutter is not as bad as fibrillation. Fibrillation's scary. It's very bad. Because here, at least, the atria are contracting. They're contracting too much, but they are squishing the blood out down into the ventricles. Atrial fibrillation, you wouldn't even see this. You just see just shaking. Because basically that's what the atria are doing. So they're not effectively evacuating the blood from the atria at all. All right, down here, what do you see? Atria, ventricle, atria, ventricle, atria, ventricle, atria, ventricle. You should notice the spacing between here, long way, even longer way. So this is a really long time. Ooh, this is really short. This is a little longer. Oh, this is fast. This is fast. So we would consider this an irregular heartbeat. Okay? Because you have time going and it's not going at a regular, predictable pace. And then our last image, it looks like our atria is trying to do its thing, but what wave is missing? The big wave, the QRS, is missing. So we would call this ventricular fibrillation, and that is very bad. Okay, very, very bad. That's when we would get the AED and shock the heart, stop it, so that hopefully the pacemaker will pick up and do its job. So there we've looked at EKGs, various types. Is it working? Is it not working? And